So we're in my office. What I thought I'd do first of all is show you why we sourced this property. We'll pop around the property, meet the builders, get an idea of the refurb, and then we'll look at the project as we go through between now to completion. So let's have a look at why we specifically purchased this property. So it's a 4-bed property, this one here with the brown door, because it is run down, empty, vacant property. Sometimes you don't need to get a property 25% below the value of the house you're looking at, but you want to get it below the potential future added value. So this is the property. Let's go inside and see what condition it's in. As you can see, it needs a bit of work. Not too bad, not too bad. Second living room area, kitchen, bathroom. I think this was a repossession. It looks like the people left quite quickly and not too happily. We've got the builders on the way. Let's see what they think needs doing.
So therefore, you know, you want extra sockets. That's all right, centre there.
If we can get away with saving this floor, it's nicer than carpet, no?
Yeah, that's the carpet, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd keep that floor.
Just stuck out to the wall here, I don't know what it is.
That all needs redoing, because we're going to rip the kitchen out and put a new kitchen in.
Cut it back to bricks, so you want kitchen rewiring, basically.
We can save that floor, I think.
It goes under the floor because this is better than carpet.
Yeah, and it goes under the cupboards. So I think if we can save the floor and put the kitchen,
washing, isn't it?
yeah, and then just put the
a cart over.
Yeah. So then tiles, new kitchen tiles. This kitchen we could probably leave clean, rent it with the current kitchen. But I always like to rip the kitchen out, put a new kitchen in, because it sells the house. When a tenant comes in here and they're moving into the property, the things they want really nice is a good working shower with strong power and a nice kitchen. Bathroom, electric shower or men's shower. If there's only one bathroom, we could do a men's shower, couldn't we, instead of electric?
Yeah.
But it's where we put it after go.
Knackered, if you look out
Yeah,
back.
that's what the roofer is going to sort, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm thinking we keep the bathroom, but we retile it and put a new shower.
Yeah.
Retile it, keep the bathroom suite because it's good.
They're quite nice, actually.
They're nice, yes. It just needs to be made, the rest around it needs to make it look nice.
Yeah.
So the bathroom suite's really, really nice in this property. The problem is the tiles, the floor, everything around the bathroom suite makes the bathroom suite look not nice. Probably rip all that out.
Yeah. Are you moving that door to there, or are you leaving it there?
It's better to swap it, is it?
Yeah. Socket either side there, socket there. That moved over there. It's all lifted.
Above here?
Once all refelting.
How long will it take you here?
Potentially a week.
So we should do it in a couple of, like within a month we should be ready, no?
Should be turned around in a month, surely. If we all work together.
Yeah.
Look at that backyard.
What they're saying is not.
Oh my fucking lord! Have a look out there. Yeah, but we can get a skip in the back.
Yeah, we can get.
So if I order a skip today, you can get a skip in the back. Could you get a couple of guys to rip everything out so it's ready for the builders to go? One of the challenges we've got with this property is access. We're straight onto a street where there's no parking. We need a skip. We can't put a skip to the front. When we go out the back, the old owners have filled the backyard with rubbish. So we're going to have to try and clear all that rubbish first, then place the skip so we could clear the house out. So that's going to be a challenge. Right, so that's an asbestos roof, and some of the gutters will need replacing.
That's asbestos guttering.
Asbestos guttering too. That's why they need. So that all needs to go. It looks like the floor is sunk or something in there, but is it? Might not.
It does look a touch. We can take them up, but I mean, I take paper off, skim it.
Right. Yeah, and the ceiling.
Ceiling, definitely.
Right. So all the paper off.
Yeah.
Re-skim the ceiling. Re-skim the walls.
Yeah.
And then paint it. And then fix some of the floorboards, like those.
And then carpet.
And a new door.
Yeah.
So the builders have just left. There's a few main key points they've said they need to be done. So number one is there's some damp in this room. They're going to have to go back to brick, resin inject the wall and get rid of the damp. Number two is on the outside of the property, there's a flat roof over the bathroom. That's an asbestos roof. They've told me that they're going to have to remove that roof and replace it with a new roof. That was a cost I wasn't expecting. Number three, some of the radiators across the house, they're worn, they're rusty, they're leaking. We're going to have to get some new radiators fitted through the property as well. Number four is we're going to rip out the entire kitchen. So we're going to get rid of the kitchen. It is the piece that sells the property. So we're going to put a brand new kitchen in here, new cooker, areas for the fridge freezer, and make this look really, really nice. Number five, A lot of the electrics, they're sticking out of the wall on trunking, so we're going to have to get the electrics put back into the walls. We're going to drill it out, push them back into the walls, and then re-skim, reseal. On top of the obvious, it needs a full paint and decorate throughout. It needs new carpets to get this property looking really nice, ready for tenants within a month. This is not anything difficult, anything special. It is normal refurbs on the types of properties we do. We're looking for a property. It's ideal to have a property that's in this condition because it means that you can redecorate quickly and add value. There's nothing structural, there's nothing difficult, it's all cosmetic. The builders are telling me they should easily get this done within the next 4 weeks. I'm going to get all of the money that's been put into the deal back out. But remember, this is none of my money. A joint venture partner has given us the purchase money and the refurbishment money. Within 1 month we should have this property ready to be refinanced to get them their money back. I get 50% of the equity, 50% of the cash flow. This is a deal.
1 week later.
The builders started yesterday, so it took a few days to get them started because they had to get finished on the previous project, get ready to move in. So let's have a look around and see what they've done in the last couple of days. So we've removed some doors from around the property, not much else done in this room, but if we come through, one of the things the builders have highlighted from going down in the basement is that the floor here that's dropped, we're going to have to take the floor up and put a beam in to support it because there's actually an issue with the timbers underneath have rotted away. So that's going to be one of the first jobs they're going to do in the next few days to get the floor fixed. Through to the kitchen, or lack of. So we've ripped the kitchen out, completely gone, just a few bits of pipes left, the tiles off the walls, everything ready for the new kitchen to be fitted. We've got the new kitchen design ready, so that is on order and should be with us in about 10 days time. In the bathroom, again, we've ripped all of the tiles back out. One of the things we are going to try and do is replace everything in the bathroom apart from the bathroom suite. The bathroom suite's not too bad. We're going to give it a good clean up. This is about not spending money where you don't need to spend money. There's quite a good bathroom suite here, so it can be reused. But the rest of it's going to be brand new. New shower, new tiles, everything else new. If you remember when we came the last day, last week, outside was completely covered in rubbish. It took us a couple of days to remove everything. It's all cleared away now. The kitchen that you see is missing. We've still got it stacked here because we just took it out yesterday. And they're the tiles from the bathroom. We had to take all of the old rubbish away by hand because it was packed out completely here. So there was no place for us to get a skip in. There was an old airing cupboard here, so we've ripped the cupboard out. We've got everything taken away. Just a couple of pipes that the plumber is going to have to cut back. We've ripped up the floorboards, so the electrician at the moment is starting. He's got all of his floorboards up so he can run new pipe work through. We're going to be replacing the radiators. So the radiators have got all old connections, so we're going to put a new system in, so new radiators and stuff. All we've done right now is just ripped some of the wallpaper off the walls. We're going to continue with that. Outside of that one wall, the rest just really needs a repainting. Maybe some areas need skimming when the plasterers come in later in the week. If you remember when we were here last week as well, there was electrics that were running along the wall on the outside on trunking. So the electrician has removed some of that and he's working his way to try and get this. This will be put into the wall as well, but he's removed all the trunking that was coming through here. We've lost one of the spindles on the stairs, so we'll need to get that replaced as well. And another one there. Bedroom number 3, so we've ripped up some of the floorboards for the electrician to run his wires through again. All the wallpaper will be coming off this room and replastering, but what we've also noticed here is that there is some damp. So this part of the wallpaper was peeling away, so we've identified a little bit of damp. So we're going to have to go outside and check and see if there's any issues with the guttering and make sure that there's no leaks. Once we've plastered it, we don't want any more wet walls and any more damp.
Damp. Damp. Damp. Damp.
Is that the chimney burst?
Yep.
What will cause that?
Flashing, no doubt.
Just taking the wallpaper off in bedroom 4, we've identified damp running 2 directions. That's obviously the chimney breast, so it's likely there's an issue in the roof, which we'll get the builder to look at as well when he's up there. So that's it, we're a couple of days into the project. The guys are hard at work. We've got pretty much everything ripped out apart from some of the wallpaper. We've identified a few additional problems we weren't aware of initially once we took the wallpaper off the walls, so some damp. But the small problems that we can easily rectify. We always have a contingency in the project for anything that's unforeseen, that once you start to rip the house apart, you start to spot things. So 2 weeks from now, we should have it ready to start marketing to tenants. Let's get back here in a couple of weeks' time and show you what the end result's going to be like. I think you're going to be impressed.
2 weeks later.
So we finished the refurb. Let's have a look inside and show you what we've done. So we've put a brand new front door on it. It looks much neater now, really nice from the outside. So instantly you can see that it looks completely different on the inside. So we've put new radiators throughout, all new plumbing through the whole property. So new pipework, new radiators, new boiler, recarpeted, painted it. All the electrics have been done. If you remember this room before the refurb, it looked dated, it looked a little bit horrible. Now it's clean, tidy, neat, and it's really ready for somebody to just move in and put their own touches to the property. One of the things I wanted to focus on as well is that when you're doing a refurbishment, this is not your home. You don't need to do it up to the standards that you want to live in. It is a clean, tidy property that will rent out easily to the type of tenant that you're looking for in this area. It's also really important to understand your area and understand the type of refurbishment that you need for the tenant type in your area. This is an investment decision at the end of the day. The property needs to be clean, it needs to be tidy, it needs to make sure that there's no damp so that your tenants have got a nice home to live in. But you do not have to do a house up for a Knightsbridge Manhattan type standard if you are in an area that's on the edge of the Bronx. So if you remember what the kitchen looked like, I mean, it was horrible, it was dark, there was dirt everywhere. There was even rat droppings in the kitchen and through to the bathroom. So we ripped it all out, we replastered it, we've put in a new kitchen. So this is a magnet kitchen through LNPG. Massive, massive discount when you use an LNPG discount card. We've got a new cooker, fan, right through to the back, boiler built in and hidden here, a new back door and a new window here. But here's the important bit. We didn't go over budget. We didn't spend a crazy amount of money on things that were not necessary. We focused on spending the money where it was going to give the biggest return to the rental market. You don't go cheap, but also you don't spend too much. You spend the right amount of money on the important items in the right way to get you the best return on your investment. Because remember, at the end of the day, even though this is going to be somebody's home, it's also an investment for you to get a return on. So you have to make sure you spend your budget, you stick to your budget, and you don't go over the top with unnecessary items. Spend your money that gives you the biggest bang for your buck on the items that the family is going to appreciate the most. The cookers, the kitchen, cleanliness, the damp proofing, making sure that the property is somewhere that a family can move into with a few family photographs, with some of their own little touches. It's going to make a really beautiful family home. So through to the bathroom, if you remember, this bathroom was horrible when we looked at it originally. So we've put in a new sink and unit. We've got a new side for the bath. The toilet is new. So if you remember the backyard, this was a complete mess. All we've done is tidied it up, cleaned it up, and it's a nice open clean space. Now the thing I like about this property as a rental is its maintenance. There's no big gardens that you've got to have to be cutting all the time. It's low maintenance property near the town centre that will rent out immediately from waiting tenants who want a nice property close to town centre, close to their work, where they've got very little maintenance to do, but also have a private enclosed yard. So let me show you the other bedrooms upstairs. So this is the smallest of the bedrooms, but it's actually quite a big size. It's not your typical box room on a property. You'll actually fit a double bed in here. If you remember this room, it was a complete mess. There was a dirty cupboard over here in the corner that used to be where the old tank was. We've ripped all of that out. New radiators, repainted, plastered some of the walls. So this is bedroom 2. Again, same approach as the last room where we cleaned it up, tidied it up. If you remember, it used to have horrible wallpaper, horrible colours on the walls. We've just freshened it up, painted it, decorated it, and also there was trunking. So some of the electrics was actually on the outside of the walls. So we've had that dug out and back into the walls, replastered and painted to make it look like more like a home than an office. So making sure that your electrics meet the safety standards is critical in a property. Remember, your tenants living here as their family home. So you need to make sure that you keep them safe. You've got a legal obligation, personal obligation to make sure your tenants are safe. Electrics is somewhere you do not want to skimp on. Make sure that you put the investment into the electrics. Make sure that you get them safe. Make sure they meet the legal requirements. In this property, we redone the electrics throughout and a new consumer unit to make sure that that was the safest possible property for the tenant. So this is the main master bedroom, and this is a huge space. I mean, if you look at the size of this room, in this property, for a property at the price we paid for it, to have this is only bedroom 3 of 4. We've got a whole other floor to show you. There was holes in the floor, there was timbers we had removed everywhere. So we put in new timbers on the flooring and we replaced the timbers that needed to be replacing to keep the cost down again. Could replace the entire floor. It's hidden under a brand new carpet. Why would you replace the entire floor that's going to be hidden when you can replace certain timbers instead? So this is the 4th bedroom, top floor. Now if you remember, this room, there was leaks, there was damp coming through, there was a lot of wet walls up here. The reason for that was the roof. Now you could think, oh, I need to replace the entire roof, but the reality is there was some tiles that had slightly moved that just needed to be fixed. So we spent only a few £100s getting the roof fixed with all of the patching that needed to be done. No need for a brand new roof. The timber work on the roof is perfectly fine. The felt is perfectly fine. Most of the tiling was perfectly fine. We just got a roofer up there, investigated the roof, identified the issues that we needed to be resolved, and then we came inside. So the roof was the first thing we did. Don't start your property and start refurbishing it while you still have a leaking roof. Sounds obvious, but you would be surprised what some people will do. So start at the top and then work your way down. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the tour around one of my projects. Remember, this property is a refurbishment to let to tenants. So there's other ways you can do it, absolutely. If I was looking to do this property up to sell, the refurbishment would be completely different to a different standard. You need to know your market, you need to understand what you're going to be doing long term. Start with the end in mind. This is a property for our long-term portfolio that we will keep for years to come. We were starting the lettings of this tomorrow, so there'll be viewings from tomorrow morning, and we should hopefully have a tenant in place within the next week or two. Here's the thing, these opportunities are in every town in the country. They are right where you are. There is properties that are like this that are ripe for refurbishment right across the UK, and they're waiting for somebody to come along and turn them into nice quality rental accommodation for families. The opportunity is there for you if you grab it, if you look for it, if you see it. I look forward to showing you more of my projects in the coming months and hopefully inspire you to get started in property, to scale your property business, and to show you what is possible right now in the current market.